We started our lesson on leadership roles. We did Joseph as a leader, Moses as a leader, and Joshua as a leader. And the last one that we have to do is Deborah as a leader. So with Deborah as a leader, the quotation can be found in Judges chapter 4. Judges chapter 4 verse 1 to 24. Judges chapter 4 verse 1 to 24. And our main objective for this lesson is that you'll be able to narrate the story of Deborah. Be able to narrate the story of Deborah, and to mention 5 ways by which women contribute to national development. We know the story tells us that Deborah was a prophetess, and she was the wife of Lapidot. She became a judge after the death of Ehud. When Ehud died, the Israelites sinned against God by worshiping other gods. So God raised Jabin, the king of Canaan, to oppress the Israelites for 20 years. And we are being told that Israel cried to the Lord because of the oppression. And due to this, God then instructed Deborah to call Barak to lead the Israelites against Jabin. He was the son of Abinoam from Kadesh. We are being told also that Deborah informed Barak that the Lord God of Israel had commanded him to gather at Mount Tabor, and he was to choose 10,000 men from the tribe of Zebulun and Naphtali. So Deborah said God had promised to draw Sisera, who was the general of the army of commander of the king of Canaan, to meet Barak by the river Kishon with his chariots and what? Troops. So Deborah confirmed that God will give victory to Barak. But we are being told that Barak insisted that he will go to the battle on condition that Deborah will go with him. Deborah agreed to go with Barak, but she said that the glory would not go to Barak, but to a woman chosen by God. Barak got his army and 10,000 men, and Deborah went with him. When Sisera heard that Barak had gone to Mount Tabor, he called his men for war against Barak and Deborah. We are being told that Deborah told Barak that the Lord had given Sisera into his hands. So Barak went down with his army against Sisera, and the Lord routed Sisera and all his army before Barak. Sisera, having lost his entire army, fled on foot to the tent of Jael. Jael was the wife of Heber, who offered him what? Help. But while Sisera slept, we are being told that Jael drove a tent peg into his temple and he died. Ways by which women contribute to national development. In politics, women can help formulate government policies for the good of the nation as parliamentarians, assembly women, and etc. Others may be involved in business and economic activities in the trading and service sector of the economy. And another way is that many other women may be engaged in education as teachers, in medicine as doctors and nurses. And another way is that there are women in soccer and other entertainments. Then the last one is that we have women in NGOs fighting for women's rights and etc. So we know that by discussing the story of Deborah, we have seen how women help in various ways. And also with Deborah the leadership roles, it was only Deborah who was raised as a leader before other judges were raised to take care of the Israelites. So Deborah as a leader made us aware that women cannot be relegated only to kitchen activities, but we are also important in various sectors of the economy. Nowadays, even women can be seen in we can say every sector of the economy. So it is important that as women we should always help in various activities and not only be seen at the background. So with all that we have learned, we know that ways by which women contribute to national development helps the economy to grow and not to degrade. That's all for today.